It's Friday, which means we are hours away from kicking off the official start of summer. But this year won't be the same. From mosquitoes to pools, lakes, and cabins. What's the summer guide to staying safe? Good question. Here's Heather Brown.
We all know there's something special about Minnesota summers. The boat rides, the bonfires, the hours and hours and hours of swimming. Many of you have reached out on how we can still do these things, but stay safe.
Let's start with the lake. Can the virus spread in here? Well, one expert I talked with at the U of M said that would be way down on his list of things to worry about. There is no data that the virus is transmitted through food or through water. He says he'd be more careful about staying away from people when you're up on the shore. Then we have mosquitoes. We've talked about this one a couple of times, but it's worth bringing back up because we get this good question almost every day. This one, too, not much to worry about here. The CDC says there is no data to suggest that coronaviruses are spread by mosquitoes or gnats or ticks, for that matter. Swimming pools. The CDC says you should be just fine in there. In a properly maintained pool, chlorine would inactivate any coronaviruses that might be there. But if you're talking about a community pool, then you have to be careful about any of the things that you're touching and all of the people that would be outside of the pool. And finally, cabins. This could be tough for some families. The Minnesota Department of Health is still recommending that people stay close to home. They say if you do decide to go, make sure you and everyone in your family is healthy. They don't want to overwhelm the health systems outside of the metro. And while we can now gather in groups of 10 or smaller, the recommendation is to still social distance outside of your immediate family. So when it comes to campfires or small backyard barbecues, make sure you're still keeping that 6 feet apart.
Some parts of the summer will be different for sure, but the lake will still be there, hopefully with lots of fish. Ice cream will still melt, mosquitoes will still bite, and the sun will still set.
You can find all these safety tips and even more coronavirus pandemic information online at valleynewslive.com, or as always, use that VNL News app. Coming up on the Valley today, the latest request from Governor Doug Burgum to help honor the victims of COVID-19.